Hey guys, welcome back. Paul here with Patek, and in this video we're going to take a look at the 24-inch Duzi 4 slider from Cinevate. Maybe this is the slider for you, and maybe not. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the key features on this slider. First of all, if you're going to purchase it from B&H Photo as of January 20th, 2019, you're looking at $688.35 Canadian, or $519 US dollars. Now, if you've been looking at sliders, you're probably already aware that this one comes with an onboard flywheel. It has solid carbon fiber rails, a 100-pound payload capacity, micro-adjusting urethane ball feet, including 2 for the center mounting section. It has integrated bumpers on the end blocks, integrated bubble level. It has 8 precision roller bearings, center and side mounting tripod options, a lever lock assembly that easily secures the camera anywhere on the rails. It has cheesed out top and bottom plates, which simply means that the top and bottom plates have had material milled out to reduce the weight. And last but not least, it's compatible with the motion time-lapse system. Okay, before we get too far into this review, I just wanted to add that this slider that you see here, I didn't purchase it, I borrowed it for the purpose of this review. I've actually been playing around with it for a couple of months. But I just want you to know, I'm not getting any money for doing this review. It wasn't sent to me by Cinevate or anything like that. So I just wanted to be very straightforward with you and let you know that. So let's get on with the rest of the review. Okay, the next thing I want to do is take a look at some slider examples, and I'll show you those in a second. But if you're like me, you've probably played around with the $100 cheapie sliders, or maybe you had to go with one of these things. And you probably found out fairly quickly that, the second you try to do a slide on like a gravel road, or not a gravel road, but even asphalt, I mean, the slightest little bump that these wheels pick up is going to be transferred to your camera, and you're just not going to get the results that you're looking for. And that's why I came to the Duzi 4 slider. This is an absolute dream to use with the flywheel being integrated. I mean, the slides that you're going to get are buttery smooth, and when it comes to video and motion graphics, that kind of thing, I'm probably an amateur, I would say. But let's just get right to it, and we'll take a look at some examples of the slides you can get using this piece of kit. Okay, so the big money question is, how many of you were paying attention to those sample slides? I know what you're thinking. If you were paying attention, you would have been saying to yourself, how the heck could he do a slide with the Duzi 4 when the Duzi 4 is actually in the slide? And you're absolutely right. And I did that for a very specific reason. All of the slide examples that I showed you were done using the Duzi 4, except for the very first one that was a slide of the Duzi 4. And the reason I did that was to demonstrate to you, maybe before going out and spending $700, you may be able to find a less expensive way to achieve the same effect in your videos using software. For example, Camtasia 9 has a pan and zoom effect, and that's how I did that slide, or what looks like a slide of the Duzi 4. Now, if you're using Premiere, or you're a pro user of Camtasia 9 like I am, you're going, oh yeah, I know that, and you know, but I really have a need for a slider. So for myself, and really I'm just trying to help you guys, you know, before I go out and spend $700 on a piece of equipment, I always ask myself, is there some other way I can do it? Is there a cheaper way? Is there a cheaper device? And my advice is this: you can get a good quality slide effect using animation or pan and zoom software for sure. But there's going to be times where you're going to want to be out in the field, and you will just not be able to get, you know, the slide effect that you're looking for without using a good quality slider. And if you do, I would encourage you to take a look at the Duzi 4. It's a terrific piece of kit, and you know, go out and buy it with confidence. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got our Duzi 4 slider sitting on its side, and you can see that there's adjustment balls on the center section as well as on each end. And Cinevate also provides a little package that has the Allen keys in it that you need to make adjustments to any of the different fittings on the slider itself. So we'll get those out of the way. So you can see there's a ball level that's integrated here on top. If I move the lever, you can see the little Allen screws here, which are actually facilitating the lever function. But once that's released, so we just push it to the center to lock it, push it to the end to release it. And that's all it takes to make some nice clean slides. And even if you take it all the way to one end and just lift it, so at this end you can see there's a couple of bumpers, so two here. The other end's got a couple of bumpers. You'll notice that at both ends you've got a couple of holes here. These are to mount the slider on light stands, but you want to make sure that your light stands are fairly heavy duty, otherwise with the movement of the flywheel you'll get a little bit of jitteriness in the video. So let's take a look. We'll flip her over. Let's have a look on the bottom here. There, I should sit on the balance on the top there. So you've got your standard 1/4-20 and your mounts here for tripod, which is great. You've got lock nuts on either end for your light stands. You can make adjustments to your feet or your legs on either end, and there's also another set of legs that you can purchase separately. The other thing that you can do, if you so desire, is you can remove the flywheel simply by undoing the screw here. Flywheel comes off. Smooth that up a little bit so you can see the whole works in the frame here. Get rid of this little tag here. So basically it's just like a silicone band here that's turning the wheels, and that gives you the ultra smooth slide that you're getting. So put this back on. And the flywheel's not keyed. I mean, you can take it off and put it back on without having to worry about a keyway or anything else. Bring this back into the frame for you. We'll move this back over. So you can see you've got access to screws here if you have to replace the bearings in time, but I doubt that you would ever have a situation where you're going to wear out these bearings. So I hope that gives you enough of a close-up look at this piece of kit to realize that it is, you know, fairly substantial. This is a very well made unit, and I wouldn't hesitate to buy it if I was in the market for a slider myself. So there you have it. Okay guys, as always, I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. We appreciate your feedback. Don't hesitate to connect in if you want to make a comment. Keep it clean, keep it useful, and that's it for this one. We'll see you next time.